This week's episode of The Bad Batch, Flash Strike, continued the trend of moving us towards the finale and mostly focusing on the action of getting to Mount Tantiss. Unfortunately, while Echo is able to remain on the science ship and make it inside the base, the rest of the Bad Batch is shot down and Hemlock is already aware of their presence. This definitely complicates things for the group, but with Rampart getting captured in their attempt to sneak through the forest, I think we're being set up for one more big choice for the Bad Batch. As Rampart's screams falling out of the ship made extremely clear, being here at all was not really Rampart's choice. He's here because the Bad Batch brought him here. So while the Bad Batch is here to free the clone prisoners, including and especially Omega, does that consideration also extend to Rampart, and are they going to go out of their way to rescue him as well? Rampart tried to goad Crosshair by saying that they both only care about themselves, and I think this might trigger something bigger in Crosshair, whose hand tremors are once again signaling that he might not be dealing with things in the most healthy ways yet. Echo, on the other hand, managed to sneak all the way into Dr. Carr's office, where two important things happen. First off, he's able to go through the computer and find out that Omega is in fact there, but I was kind of hoping he would be able to keep going. There might be some other people on that roster that he'd know of. The other important discovery is Dr. Carr herself. Omega has put a lot of groundwork into convincing Dr. Carr that what's going on here isn't really right. And while Omega has done the heavy lifting here, I think seeing Echo really triggered the final decision for Dr. Carr that what's happening can't be allowed to continue. On the one hand, she probably felt pretty powerless, but these are soldiers that Omega has told her about. If they've been able to make it into the mountain and they're willing to do that for Omega, maybe there actually is a chance that this could succeed and Dr. Carr could be part of making a difference. Secondarily, Echo in particular is a great reminder of exactly how far some of this experimentation can go. She knows Hemlock has no compunction about treating the prisoners however he wants to in order to get what they want out of the experiments. And Echo carries all the scars that can remind her of exactly what that might mean down the line for some of these children. The base being in lockdown does give Omega a chance to act, and this leads to some pretty big discoveries for her too. The simple one was that all the turbo lasers do mean that the Bad Batch is on their way, so she can start springing whatever she has planned into motion. We already knew that the Zillo Beast she found was in the facility after its capture in Season 2, but this confirms that it is going to play a role in what's probably going to be the destruction of the Mount Tantiss facility. Between the Zillo Beast and likely reinforcements from Rex and maybe even Wolf if he's left the Empire, it seems pretty unlikely that the facility on Mount Tantiss is going to be one of the survivors of the season. We already know that Project Necromancer goes on, but this would explain some big setbacks that lead to it not making any significant breakthroughs until the time of The Mandalorian, or at least not getting quite as far as it might otherwise have been able to. One of the other big questions I still have personally is what role the Commandos will play in all of this, whether they're going to remain loyal to the Empire until the end, or whether they might come over to the side of the other clones when they show up. Either way, I'm excited to see how the season wraps up next week, even though I am a bit sad to see it go. Let me know what you're thinking of the season in the comments. Thanks for watching.